Okay, so this is ROX Gorilla playing Janna. Now, obviously, the ROX Tigers are a great team to watch for a lot of reasons. But specifically looking at the Janna play here, I think actually Gorilla was the first pro to bring Janna into pro play for a while. Like she wasn't used, and then he popularized her, and then she's been a decent pick since then in pro play. Like not dominant, but pretty strong. With good team comps. Like the team comp that ROX has here, I actually really like. AD carries are really strong with Janna, like the shield, the peel, and it's what they need. But you can't just pick a bunch of AD carries and then throw in a Janna and call it a team comp, because you really lack like magic damage and tankiness and engage and hard CC and like initiation, that kind of stuff. Um, so in order to just not be like weak in those areas, which you do need, um, to have a like optimal team comp, um, you have to sort of work around that if you're having a bunch of AD carries in Janna. Which isn't to say that like the marksman Janna comp is bad. I think multiple marksman is great in season 6, but you have to play around it. And they actually draft a really good comp here. So what they do is they say, okay, magic damage, we have Corki and Gragas. That's plenty of magic damage. Tankiness and initiation, well actually, Gragas can initiate. Corki can actually sort of with the package. And Jin can actually set up picks. Jin has his W to set up long range picks, and it can also kind of help with his ult as well. So they also have tankiness actually from Gragas, and also with the Janna Shield, Graves is actually surprisingly tanky. Like the new Death's Dance, Phantom Dancer, etc. build is kind of ridiculous in that like he's just really hard to kill. Like he just takes a lot of damage for the amount of damage he does. So they have the tankiness, they have the initiation, the crowd control, and magic damage. So despite having 380 carries, which is great synergy with Janna, they have compensated for Janna's weaknesses here, which is really cool. So a very smart draft by the Tigers, or ROX. And then here, okay, so normally you would skill E level 1, like 99.9% of games, or 99% of games, you skill E level 1. Honestly, 99.9. Like 1 out of 1,000 games, maybe you don't need E level 1, but only for level 1 shenanigans like this. So stuff's been happening, shenanigans. And theoretically, it's actually best not to skill anything until you actually want to skill it to use it. And here, I mean, you don't normally do that because it's just hard, but he actually did that. He hasn't skilled anything, so he actually takes Q level 1. And from the moment LeBlanc's over here, he's analyzed that, where could she go? Well, she could, if she walks anywhere over there, she dies because of those guys. She could try and flash that wall, but she would die to Graves. So she's going to have to try and walk here, but if she just walks, she'll die. So she's going to have to try and flash. And so if she flashes, she'll flash somewhere like there. So what he does is he sets a tornado like that along the wall that actually cuts off her escape path and predicts the flash. So then he auto attacks her once, gets some damage off, uses the tornado predicting the flash. She actually flashes, and that tornado is great because any of those possible flashes would be cut off by the tornado. So the tornado, she does end up flashing. Maybe LeBlanc could have tried to use her passive or something there, or wait and for the tornado to go and then flash or something, but I don't think she expected that brilliant tornado. And so it's actually not so clean because Lucian flash heals, so Graves has to die for it. But that tornado was a great sort of prediction by Janna, because he put it along the wall, and sort of anticipated where the LeBlanc would be going. That's unfortunate. Let's see. So here, I shouldn't have skipped that. LeBlanc uses her W and R, which means she no longer has any mobility. So this is a great time to gank. Normally, like, ganking LeBlanc as Janna, like, is never going to work. But here, she's used her escape. So what he does is he shields the Corki so that Corki can go in safely. And Corki exhausts, so he doesn't have to exhaust. and then instead of immediately using Q, he waits for the slows to come through with the Jinnel and the exhaust, and then once he's in range, he is able to hit the tornado using that slow. So that's good. And get that kill. Let's see. Here we go. So they're diving this because they have the package and the Gragas. So Graves is a great target to shield. Probably he gets more out of the shield than Gragas does. But in this case, Gragas is the one diving and taking the turret, so maybe he would be better to take the shield. But also another mistake here, maybe the shield on Graves is actually fine. If this was comboed well, what they should be doing is knocking her into the tornado, or knocking LeBlanc into the tornado. But he actually tornadoes a bit late and to the left, so it doesn't work. But Corky comes in, and Graves has the shield. His ult does enough damage to get the kill anyways. So it worked out, I guess. Here, you can see it actually stopped moving for a second. That wasn't just because I paused, but actually that was also because that little stutter there where he stopped was because he had pressed E on Corky, and Corky died, so he stopped moving. But then he started moving again. So he couldn't have saved Corky or anything in the flash up, but he does shield the Gragas, charges up a tornado, releases the tornado. Trundle flashes into the tornado, gets knocked up. Lucian tries to dash around the tornado, but also gets knocked up. So this was a great tornado. Lucky that it stops both of them, or calculated. And then that saves Gragas twice already with the shield and tornado. And then Lee hits the Q, so he actually interrupts the Lee Q. This is perfect Janna play, by the way. He interrupts the Lee Q with his ult, so that saves Gragas 3 times there. And that's pretty much how you play Janna, how you can completely save dead teammates. Yeah, just really, really good Janna play there. I think this is pretty much Janna play perfectly. Because he's using all of his skills very well to save teammates there. So, that's good. Let's see. This team fight, I think they have a slight advantage. Poppy actually ults Gragas away at first, so they have to go up the dragon. But then Gragas is coming back, so they can re-engage. He shields the Graves so that Graves can go in aggressively, so Graves flashes in, and they get a lot of damage off. With the general as well, they are able to get some kills. It's nice. They just chase them down. Okay. So, yeah, the shield on Gragas, I mean, I don't know if it was best, but it doesn't really make a difference. One thing that I wanted to... first of all, he shielded the Jhin there during his ult to give him more attack damage. One thing that I want to touch on is actually his build this game. So he built the yellow item, which is a bit weird. Normally, I think the blue item is more popular. I could see the yellow item first of all in pro play being good in lanes because it gives you the opportunity to lane swap and you still gain gold passively. But also in solo queue, I think it's good. It's actually underrated because it's good into lanes where you don't have any pressure. So if you're playing Janna Ezreal against Lucian Thresh, or you're playing against a Soraka or something. No, oh my god, or yeah, so in solo queue against the lane where you don't have any pressure. So, anyways, then I like this because Locket is so important right now. You pretty much have to get it. Um, it's like the essential item on pretty much all supports, I think, in pretty much all games. Um, it is that important. It's that good right now. Um, and so, also one thing, I asked Lemonation about the why Gorilla goes to the yellow item, and he actually said that he has a he's gets the yellow item a lot, and he has a page of resists, and his guess was that the yellow item gives him more health, and the resists with that give him more effective health, which he can use to like poke and stuff. Um, so like, because the yellow item gives you HP regen and stuff, and then combined with the resist, it's more effective HP. That might be why. I don't know if that's like a new meta Janna build or just what you feel like is better in pro play or what, but it's interesting. Anyway, in this case though, he's gonna kind of get caught. He has no flash. But what ends up happening is he dodges the LeBlanc chain and ults the Lee away. So I don't know if he even needed to shield himself there, because he doesn't get hurt at all from that. And it might have actually been better to shield the Corki there, because when Corki has the package, he wants to jump in, and the shield helps him a lot during that. So maybe shield the Corki here would have been better. But the worst case scenario would have been dying, which he did not do. So that's good. And it ends up working out fine for them. But because Corki doesn't have the shield here, it actually looks a bit dicey for a second, because the Graves or the Lee, like, Cake flashes him into the wall, and he's almost going to die to LeBlanc, so the shield would have been helpful. They're far enough ahead, it doesn't matter, but, you know, it would have been better on Corki there, assuming he gets out safe anyways, so, just a minor thing. And he also steals the kill. That's fine, though. I mean, in that case, he didn't need to kill steal, but it's better to steal kills than not get him at all. Not that he needed to secure that one or anything, but that's a funny general. But at this point, again, they're so ahead that it doesn't matter. But the really interesting Janna play, well, first of all, his build's interesting, but the really good tornado on LeBlanc, like, he recognized that, like, right now. And, like, it takes us, like, 5 minutes after the game to think about, like, what he was doing and all the stuff that leads into this play. So, like, really good awareness to take tornado level 1, to charge it up there, to get an auto off, to send it that direction, that timing. So that was really nice. And then also the save on Gragas over here. This is pretty much what you want to be doing on Janna. So the shield is nice, eats up some damage. Perfect tornado. Interrupting those guys, perfect ult, interrupting the Lee. So really nice Janna play there. Gragas would have died like 3 times if not for that. So in these situations, I don't think he's doing anything super exceptional. His shields are pretty good though. They let them go aggressively. The people who want to go aggressive can go aggressive with him, like the Graves flashing in there, sort of enabled by the Janna shield. So yeah, just a smart team comp with Janna, and very nice Janna play by Gorilla.